That's good about it. I'm saying, so how are you? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a day.
I just finished a brief meeting with Mr. President. I'm here to say thank you, especially for his intervention. We all knew what was happening in Rivers State, the political tension in Rivers State, and if he had not intervened timely, nobody knows what would have happened in the state. And for me, it was saving the situation. I'm here after the lifting of the suspension to appreciate him and also tell him we're ready to hit the ground running. For the state, I believe that my coming back after the lifting of the suspension is a new and stronger hope for our people, because the government is a government about the people, it's a government that believes in peace. So our working is not just for the people, but also with all the parties, the assembly members, the National Assembly members, elders, everybody this time around are working for the betterment of our dear states.
Where the recall suspended governor of Rivers State, Fubara, visiting the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu there in Aso Rock to pay homage to him after his 6-month suspension expired. The president Bola Ahmed Tinubu had in March 2025 unconstitutionally and unceremoniously declared a state of emergency in Rivers State following the political crisis that have rocked the state since the end of 2023. In the same vein, the president also suspended the governor of Rivers State, Fubara, his deputy Ngozi Odo, and all the elected officials in the Rivers State House of Assembly for 6 months. The state of emergency in Rivers State and the suspension of the governor and all elected officials in Rivers State drew wider condemnation, but the governor, Fubara, did not resist. Some PDP governors took the matters to court, but the Supreme Court is yet to sit and decide on that matter. The president elected an administrator that oversees the activities of Rivers State for the period of 6 months, and in that 6 months, a local government election that was already conducted by Fubara was annulled by the court, and the administrator, Ibas, conducted a local government election in Rivers State, where Fubara has long since returned back as a governor of Rivers State, and he paid the president a courtesy visit. The visit to the president is to thank him for declaring a state of emergency in Rivers State and suspending him for a period of 6 months. He also affirmed his commitment to work with his godfather, Nyesom Wike. But I think there is something deeper in what happened in Rivers State. I think there is a reason why Fubara did not use his full power in Rivers State. Because if Wike was a governor in Rivers State, what happened in Rivers State would not have happened. Nobody would have declared a state of emergency in Rivers State. There must be a reason why Fubara decided to allow everything to happen in Rivers State, and there must also be a reason why he seems to have allowed Nyesom Wike to seems to be having the last laugh. Knowing who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the master. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the gladiator. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the emperor. And knowing who an emperor is, an emperor will never allow any of his subjects to outshine him. Since Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the president, it seems that Nyesom Wike is more popular than Bola Ahmed Tinubu among all those working in Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration. Nyesom Wike holds media chat. As the minister of FCT, he is always in the news. As the former governor of Rivers State, he is always in the news. Rivers State is a very big state when it comes to the economic resources of Nigeria. It controls one of the largest resources in Nigeria. And I think that is a bragging right for Wike, That is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs in order to execute his electioneering plan. He used Wike in 2023 and rewarded him as an FCT minister. But ever since Wike came on board, like I said, he has been on the news. It seems that Wike wants to outshine Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The bigger question is, will Bola Ahmed Tinubu be needing Wike in 2027? He needed him when he was a governor and he got what he wants. Who is the governor now? Similaye Fubara. When there was a political crisis in Rivers State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was bothered. He wasn't bothered because he cares so much about Rivers State and the people of Rivers State. He was bothered because that political crisis could derail his plan ahead of 2027 general election. It could derail his plan of getting the structure in Rivers State to win the 2027 general election. That was the reason why he stepped in immediately, saved Governor Similaye Fubara's political career from the lawmakers that were loyal to Nyesom Wike, and immediately declared a state of emergency. He allowed Wike to have his moment for 6 months. Now Fubara is back as the governor in Rivers State, and Fubara is paying a courtesy visit to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and they held a closed-door meeting in Aso Rock. And I think whatever they discuss is going to be ahead of 2027 general election, and also how to render Nyesom Wike politically irrelevant. When you know someone like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you will not dismiss the fact that he will definitely render Nyesom Wike politically irrelevant after 2027 general election. Whether you like him or not, Nyesom Wike is a big name in Nigerian politics currently. To control the budget of FCT and Rivers State will give him an advantage even ahead of the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Wike's influence had ballooned alarmingly. As the FCT minister, he oversaw mega projects in Abuja, doling out contracts to allies and positioning himself as the APC de facto South-South enforcer. People have even said that Wike is the vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he has sometimes criticized Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said openly that he made Bola Ahmed Tinubu the president. All of this is pointing to the fact that Wike is going to contest as president in 2031. Or worse, he's going to form a shadow cabinet that will pull strings in 2027. And when you know someone like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he will never allow this to happen. Tinubu will never allow somebody to outshine him, even when he is no longer the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The next person to be made president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will be someone that is very loyal to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you all know that Wike will never be loyal to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So when the crisis in Rivers State started, Bola Ahmed Tinubu saw an opportunity to clip Nyesom Wike win. That was the reason why he intervened and declared a state of emergency unconstitutionally. By suspending Fubara, Tinubu bought time. During the 6 months of Fubara absence, the federal government loyal to Bola Ahmed Tinubu were the ones auditing the Rivers State account. They control the resources and the structure in Rivers State. The state of emergency was Bola Ahmed Tinubu's way of reducing Nyesom Wike's influence and control in Rivers State structure and resources. Many might have thought that Bola Ahmed Tinubu resolved the crisis in Rivers State. Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not resolve the crisis in Rivers State. He simply redirected it from Wike's throne room to his own war chest. With Fubara back at the helm of affairs, all eyes will now turn to 2027. Rivers State, with a 4.2 million voters and a pivotal swing status, is the golden geese of the South-South politics. Tinubu re-election bid or his anointed successor hinges on delivering the state wholesale. To achieve this in Rivers State, he needs the governor, Similaye Fubara, not Nyesom Wike. Fubara is now a clay in Bola Ahmed Tinubu's hand. And of course, Fubara is grateful to the president for giving him a lifeline, owning his loyalty now to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, not to Nyesom Wike, who is seen as someone that orchestrated the crisis in Rivers State. Nyesom Wike even said if they wanted the state of emergency to continue in Rivers State, they would have fermented trouble in Rivers State. With this clear, Similaye Fubara now has the power, the structure, the resources to rig Rivers State for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the same way Nyesom Wike rigged Rivers State for him in 2023. Tinubu strongly believes that it is easier to work with Similaye Fubara than Nyesom Wike. At least the demands of Fubara will not be that much, unlike Nyesom Wike, who is looking to expand his influence across the country. Tinubu will not want that to happen, so the time to clip Wike is now. Discarding Wike isn't vengeance, it's pragmatism. Tinubu, the godfather of godfathers, has long viewed subordinates as expandable tools. As FCT minister, Wike retains prestige, but his Rivers State leverage and influence has now been evaporated since the declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State and the eventual return of Similaye Fubara. By 2026, expect a quiet demotion of Nyesom Wike or a manufactured scandal to tarnish his image. Of course, his image is already being tarnished. You are hearing about the scandals of land grabbing in Abuja and the report of houses he bought in Florida, United States of America. Tinubu's game is very clear. Elevate the grateful, that is Similaye Fubara, and banish the entitled, you know who that is. This is not the first time we'll be seeing Bola Ahmed Tinubu clipping the wings of anyone that wants to outshine him. You all remember Akinwumi Ambode, the cerebral technocrat who governed Lagos State from 2015 to 2019. Ambode outpaced Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He outshined him. Everyone in Lagos forgot who Bola Ahmed Tinubu is and they were singing the praises of Ambode. When Ambode dared to seek re-election in 2019 by passing Tinubu's nod for Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Jagaban struck him. Party primaries were rigged, endorsement withheld, and Ambode was ousted in a humiliating defeat. Sanwo-Olu nearly met a similar fate in 2024. He defied Tinubu by backing an impeachment push against the State House Speaker, Obasa, a Tinubu loyalist. The rift exposed cracks. Sanwo-Olu rising star threatened the old guard. Tinubu intervened swiftly, squashing the move and reminding Sanwo-Olu of his debt. The governor survived, but clip, a subdued figure who now parrot Asoro's script without deviation. So this is a reminder to Nyesom Wike. He has been used and dumb. He will no longer be relevant beyond 2027 when Bola Ahmed Tinubu successfully retained the presidency in 2027. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.